enjoying a beautiful sunset at home before I head back to Houston tomorrow morning. For my week off, I headed back to Florida for possibly the last time this year. We had to meet with our accountant to prepare our taxes and take care of some other responsibilities in Florida. The butterflies in my stomach are back prior to beginning another cycle of treatment, starting with a CT scan this week. Our prayers are for the scans to show reduction of the tumors. Psalm 121, 1-2 says, I lift my eyes to the mountains. Where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. Back at MD Anderson this morning. I have a CT scan this morning to check the progress. And then I begin my next cycle of treatment. Tomorrow morning I'll have blood draw, and then I'll meet with my doctor for a follow-up to see what the results of the scan is. Thank you for following along. Although I'm not feeling my best this morning after treatment this week, I do have some wonderful news. When we met with the doctor after the CT scan, she told us that the tumor on the base of my mouth has decreased in size from 2 millimeters to 1 millimeter. And the tumor in my lungs, I think, are still stable. She said they might have decreased a little, but it's kind of hard to tell. So the clinical trial Trodelvy is working, so answer to prayers. So we're very excited about that. As a celebration, we secured some tickets to the Houston Rodeo, which neither one of us have been to a rodeo. A friend of Steve's had gotten the tickets for us. And also we get to see Lauren Daigle in concert after the rodeo. So that is very exciting. So we started out with the Mutton Bustin', which is kind of interesting name. It's children between ages 4 and 8, and they have to be less than 60 pounds, and they have to ride the sheep as long as they can. It was a hoot to watch. There were 37 kids that participated. Next, on to the rodeo. I did a little research on the Houston Rodeo, and I found out that the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo began in 1932 as the Houston Fat Stock Show, with 7 men meeting in 1931 to preserve the Texas cattle industry along the Gulf Coast, and has since evolved into the world's largest rodeo. It has committed over $600 million to youth and education. One of our favorite events of the rodeo was the Calf Scramble, which consisted of 30 FFA kids and 15 calves. The object is to round up the calves and get them into the square. Zoe was not giving up. If you're not familiar with Lauren Daigle, a phenomenal Christian artist, she sang America the Beautiful prior to the Super Bowl this year in a really cool jazzy rendition. She's originally from Louisiana. Her love for the Lord is apparent in all of her music. A truly amazing show to celebrate the miraculous news received earlier in the day. My featured meal for the week is grilled jumbo shrimp and turkey sausage with roasted beets and beet greens. Don't throw away those greens. The beet greens are the best part. Shrimp is a great source of protein, vitamin B12 and D, and loaded with zinc, selenium, iodine, and iron. Turkey sausage contains potassium, calcium, iron, and vitamins B6, B9, and B12. A lot of B's covered there. And beets are a good source of folate, vitamin C, and B6, along with potassium and magnesium. I get tested on potassium, magnesium every time I go in for my blood tests, and they're always at a really good level. And beet greens are high in lutein, vitamin A and K, and have natural fiber. Beet greens are some of the most nutrient-rich greens around. Thank you for coming along today. We hope you enjoyed a little bit of the rodeo and Lauren Daigle. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up and share the video and subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. We appreciate your prayers and support. God bless. Have a great week.